13-1 Ohio State. A very short walk from their locker room around the corner to their tunnel.
New partner of the
Mr. Football, something you'd like to share?
Yeah, this is silly. We all know how to say bowl game.
Play off.
Bowl game?
Play.
Bowl.
Welcome to the Nissan Pregame Rush. Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy and the college football playoffs.
Anxiety. It's the Nissan Pregame Rush. The champions of the Big Ten, 13-1 Ohio State. A very short walk from their locker room around the corner to their tunnel. The Ducks walk about 8 times as long. Players say they reflect on what's gotten them here. The guys alongside, but very soon they'll come into this cauldron of noise. For the Ducks, it'll feel like a road game. Lots of scarlet and gray inside AT&T Stadium. Ohio State, technically the road team, wearing their home uniforms with a twist. A tribute to the '68 championship team. And here come the Oregon Ducks. Always fast and fashionable. White top, silver pants, and camo tights. Their fans are known as being loud per capita in Autzen Stadium. But get ready for the roar as the Buckeyes come in here. Perhaps 70% of this place, Ohio State fans. The first of its kind, and no other big event really feels quite like this. A far less corporate crowd, Kirk, than we usually see. This is college football passionate fans in here tonight.
You can feel a buzz in the air. You know something special is about to occur.
Well, this has been the Nissan Pregame Rush. Coin toss coming up soon, but now we'll go to public address announcer John Magrino for the presentation of the colors and for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors by the 301st Fighter Wing Joint Service Honor Guard from the Fort Worth Naval Air Station. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for our national anthem, performed by 7-time Grammy Award-winning multi-platinum recording artist, Lady Antebellum.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly seen, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field and welcome the 2015 College Football Hall of Fame class. Brian Bosworth, Bob Brunig, Tom Gatewood, Bill Snyder, and Jim Tressel. Congratulations to the class of 2015. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to midfield for the national championship game coin toss with tonight's referee, Greg Burks, honorary captains Mike Bellotti and Orlando Pace, Oregon Duck captains number 7, Keenan Lowe, number 8, Marcus Mariota, number 55, Heronis Grasu, and number 91, Tony Washington. Ohio State captains number 5, Jeff Hireman, number 12, Duron Grant, number 14, Curtis Grant, number 53, Michael Bennett, and inductees of the 2015 National Football Foundation College Hall of Fame.
Gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural CFP National Championship game. My name's Greg Burks. I'm your referee this evening. This is Scott Campbell, your umpire. Guys, here's the coin. This side is heads, has the CFP logo. This side is tails, it's the stadium and the year. By virtue of higher seed, Oregon, you'll make the call. Your call, please. He calls heads. It is heads. Oregon wins the toss. They want to receive. Which way are we going to kick it? Okay, let's flip around. Oregon won the toss. They will receive. Shake hands. Have a great game, guys.
These two head coaches are native sons of their states. Mark Helfrich from the little town of Coos Bay, also the hometown of running great Steve Prefontaine. Urban Meyer grew up in Ashtabula, Northeast Ohio. Of course, he has the more accomplished resume, 141 wins, the 2 national titles, including Florida over Ohio State. Helfrich was an assistant when the Ducks lost to Auburn in the championship game. And with Mark Helfrich is Heather Cox.
Thanks so much, Coach. You talked to your team quite a bit about not playing tight. Easier said than done. What is the key to not letting this moment be too big?
Yeah, talk about it, and confront it. And we just talk all the time about our process and the next step. And there's a bunch of stuff going on, but just focusing on what really matters is the key.
Your key wide receivers, Devin Allen and Darren Hallington, aren't available. How do you compensate for that loss tonight?
Our team, our team. We're not an offensive, defensive, special teams unit. We're a team, and there's a bunch of guys that can make plays. Now we have to, deal with the guys in scarlet and gray.
Coach, thank you. Enjoy it. Let's head over to Tom.
Heather, thank you, Urban. After the chase and the commitment and the preparation, you're finally here with your team. Why will you win?
I'm worried about kickoff right now. I got a great group of kids. I love them to death against a great team. College football at its highest level right now.
Good luck to you tonight.
Thanks, man. Let's go.
He says it with a smile, Kirk, with the typical Urban Meyer intensity. And he's been working along with Tom Herman, Cardale Jones, to get his head in the right place for this championship game.
Such a big part of the game is how Cardale will perform under this pressure. He performed so well against Alabama, and his best friend Ezekiel Elliott, Joey Bosa, the defensive line from Ohio State, also will be challenged, obviously, in a way that they've not seen all year. They've got to be able to deal with that tempo, and they're going to get a look at it right away.
Ducks always get the ball first because they take it when they win the toss, and the opponent typically defers. So we'll see Marcus Mariota against Bosa and company momentarily. Kyle Clinton, the 5th-year senior from Dublin, to kick it off and begin this first championship game of the playoff era. True freshman Charles Nelson, the lone deep man for the Ducks at his goal line. Nelson will not test the Piranhas kickoff coverage team of Ohio State. They are excellence. And so here comes Marcus Mariota, almost certainly his final college game. The only Heisman winner ever from the state of Hawaii, Kirk. It's been very, very hard to rattle and ruffle him in his career.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that he tries to establish early in this game is if they can pick up that first down, especially with the pressure that's in the air right now on both of these teams, they're going to try to exploit Ohio State because of that anxiety early, but they've got to get that first down in order to do that.
Ohio State's been a very fast starting defense this year. 6 3-and-outs in opponents' first possessions and 4 interceptions. They come ready. They fake it to Thomas Tyner, throw it near side. Catch made by Byron Marshall, and a nice gain for the Ducks on the first play.
Yeah, nice, easy throw for Marcus and for the offense. Again, Ohio State, it's a numbers game for them. They're trying to get lined up. How many do they have committed to the run? How many do they have committed to the pass?
Second down. Another completion and a first down across the 40-yard line. Von Bell on the tackle, but the Ducks quickly move the chains. It's Marshall again. Now they'll really get fast.
Yeah, now they'll go faster. Quick play action. They'll freeze the linebackers and safeties. Makes it an easy throw out to the edge.
Tyner trying to pick his way. Cuts it back. Darren Lee, the fine freshman linebacker on the stop.
And again, I think, Mariota gets the attention, but Tyner and Freeman are going to be the big factor because they complement what he does so well.
Second and handoff. Tyner again breaks free, loses the ball. It bounced right back to him. A lucky break for the Ducks, who pick up another first down, but just dodge it, fumble.
Yeah, the fumble, but look at the hole that he's running through. And I think a defender just, as he's getting blocked there, he just kind of backhanded the ball. I think it was Michael Bennett got a hand on it and knocked it free. But a big hole there for Tyner to run through.
Tyner again. Setter set. Shows the power. This is a guy that had a big Rose Bowl after missing the 3 previous games with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, season high 124 yards. He almost tried to check himself out, but by staying out there, they can get their tempo going again that much faster without substitutions. See Mariota clapping. He wants to snap.
Tyner again, maybe tired, but hammers forward for another first down. The Ducks delivering blows.
And he went right over top of Darren Lee, a key defender for the Ohio State defense. I'm telling you, they've had 11 days to try to get ready. You simulate it in practice, you think you have an idea, and then you're looking at number 8 and the tempo on the first drive, moving right down the field. A little bit of a shock element going on for Ohio State's defense.
Royce Freeman replacing Tyner. He motioned out, but Mariota will pick his way up the middle, and another nice gain for the quarterback before Curtis Grant stopped him. Ball comes out. A scrum. Was he down before the ball came out? They ripped that out as he was rolling on the ground. They're still conferring this Big 12 crew. Referee Greg Burke's in charge of it.
It looked like as he was going down, he was being tackled there.
First down, Ohio State.
So it's ruled a fumble on the field. They'll take a look at it.
Turnovers, a big key is the knee. Yeah, the knee's down. The left knee is down, and then he comes out. That's a great look at it right there. It was a gray area. The officials turned it and said, you know what, it's Ohio State's ball, but now you leave it up to the booth upstairs to get a good look at it. Clearly, he was down. Oregon will maintain possession. State.
Previous play is under further review.
It's Jack McDonald, Kirk, the replay official in this Big 12 crew, in charge of looking at it.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do on the field. You call it the turnover, give Ohio State the ball. It gives the guys upstairs plenty of time to look at this. See clearly the left knee is down.
Mariota took a shot from Bosa in the back as he was being tackled.
A big factor in this game will be both these offenses, guys. They're going to move the ball. I mean, both these offenses you would think are going to have success. Turnovers and who scores touchdowns in the red zone will be the big things that are going to determine the outcome of this football game. They're going to move. Both will move the ball.
We saw Mariota in the Rose Bowl throw just his 3rd interception of the season. We talked about an offense that's run more than 1,000 plays with 10 turnovers. Think about that.
It's incredible, especially with what you just saw. How, you know, that is a lot of tempo that Ohio State's trying to deal with, and you don't see a lot of mistakes, as you said. Only 10 turnovers on the year.
Whether it is luck or just being attentive, they have recovered 12 of their own fumbles this year as well.
Mention how you prep for this tempo and then you see it.
Yep.
And everybody who has faced them, with the exception of maybe Arizona the first time they met, it's in warp speed, and it takes a series or two to adjust and settle in, make adjustments on the sideline.
After possession, they have to sort through, assuming the call is overturned, the spot and the time on the clock.
Yes.
The ball right now being spotted at the 17-yard line, but that was in the event that Ohio State had recovered it.
I think he's down at about the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
Ducks have already moved 44 yards in 7 plays, 1:44 so far in this opening drive. About half their scoring drives are accomplished within 2.5 minutes. Ducks don't talk about turnovers. The emphasis in Columbus all week has been protect the ball, don't turn it over, because Oregon is so good at creating takeaways themselves. Halfords never really talks about turnovers.
No, you can't do that. You talked about how quickly they score. We saw that last week in the Rose Bowl. I mean, look at this. These are their touchdown drives, and look at the time. 3 minutes was the longest touchdown drive that they had. Everything else under 3.
After further review, the runner's knee was down. It'll be Oregon ball. 2nd and 4 at the 25. Please set the game clock to 13:24.
I apologize.
13:24.
2nd and 4, and that's why it took the time to just make sure that they got the down in the distance and the placement of the ball right.
That overturn came as no surprise. The Ducks offense was right there huddled on the field expecting to go back out. So they've recovered one of their own fumbles, another one overturned already in this opening drive.
If nothing else, it gave Ohio State's defense a chance to maybe collect their breath and try to make a couple adjustments on the sideline. Remember, it's about the red zone. You're going to move the ball. Do you score touchdowns?
They fake it to Freeman, pitch it far side. Catch made, and trying to make a man miss is Nelson, who does have a first down. The Floridian finally stopped by Von Bell, but they'll move the chains.
Believe it or not, that's his third option. He had a dive that he came out of because of Joey Bosa coming down. Then that's the old days in the option game where you pitch it. Now you just throw it out to a wide receiver.
Freeman. Heavy traffic in the middle, and he's hit by Curtis Grant.
Now the windows get tighter. It's not as easy to move the ball down in these areas in the red zone. Ohio State will get a little bit more aggressive, willing to take a few more chances with their backs up now to their own goal line.
Second and 8. They fake it to Nelson. Mariota keeping all the way. Rolls around the right side and lowers the shoulder. Should have a first down inside the 10.
Does a nice job following the right guard, Cameron Hunt. And I'll tell you, we know about his speed. That time he just lowered his shoulder to pick up that first down.
Mariota still got it. Pressure. Now gets away. Flings it for a touchdown. Caden Lowe puts the Ducks on top.
It's a great job of improvising by Marcus Mariota. The play that was designed was covered, and Von Bell, the safety, lost his man.
Will they go for 2? They'll typically do this. Taylor Ailey is the third-string quarterback and the holder. They'll see if the opponent's ready for it. The Buckeyes look ready.
Yeah, after last week against Florida State, that's something I'm sure Urban Meyer and his staff got their group ready for. So they come back in to kick the PAT.
With their freshman from Portland, Aiden Schneider. Ducks dodge disaster in that opening drive. Kirk could have had 2 turnovers, but instead up 7-0. They go 75 yards.
And 11 plays, under 3 minutes, 2:39. To the left, you'll see number 11, Von Bell. He lost his man. He got caught up looking in the backfield. There's a great look at it right there. He's got a man. He's got a cover. He sees Mariota starting to take off. He leaves his man, and Mariota does a great job of locating the open man who's been left by Von Bell and puts the ball in there for the touchdown.
Hope you're enjoying the College Football Playoff National Championship presented by AT&T. This is the biggest college football game ever and one of the most technologically advanced stadiums in the world, and we're proud to host it at AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we expect fans to share a record number of photos and videos about the game, and AT&T is invested to build a reliable network to keep you connected. So go ahead and share.
Check out all these airline seats. Lots of them, right? But when you try to get one by using your travel rewards card miles, those seats mysteriously vanish. Why? All the flights you want are blacked out, or they hit you up for some outrageous number of miles. Switch to the Venture card from Capital One. With Venture, use your miles on any airline, any flight, anytime. No blackout dates. And with every purchase, you'll earn unlimited double miles. Now we're getting somewhere. What's in your wallet?
Hey, what do you think that sign says?
Eat more What is ch? Well, it's the start of a word. Something like eat more cheese or eat more chili.
Chocolate. Eat more chocolate.
No, it's chowder.
Chimichangas.
Cheesecake.
Chewing gum. It could be chewing gum.
That's not how you spell chicken.
Try our new specialty grade coffee sustainably sourced by Thrive Farmers. Great taste is just part of the story.
With rollover data, the data you don't use this month rolls over to the next month.
And I don't have to do anything.
Not a thing. Mobile Share Value customers get it automatically. It's how we show appreciation.
You know, I really appreciate that you appreciate me as a customer.
And we appreciate how much you appreciate us appreciating our customers.
And I appreciate that you appreciate that.
And I appreciate you appreciating that.
I appreciate that.
Introducing AT&T Rollover Data. The data you don't use this month rolls over to the next month, all on the network with the nation's strongest LTE signal.
Let's take a look at tonight's plan for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual. Tonight for Oregon, inside running game to complement Mariota in the quick passing strikes. Win the turnover margin. They're the best in the country. They need to get the ball back to Marcus Mariota. For Ohio State, it's Ezekiel Elliott. Take the pressure off of Cardale Jones. And the way Oregon defends, that'll be very important. We already seen it tonight. Ohio State, not just the interior, but on the outside. They've got to do a good job of setting the edge and not letting the running backs of Mariota get outside.
They could not force Oregon even into a third down play on that drive. Lowe, his first catch in 3 games, the senior with the touchdown. Matt Logan to boot it away. And the freshman Curtis Samuel takes a knee. So Cardale Jones comes at Kirk already down 7-0. That's what Helfrich was hoping for. Can they confuse this guy? Can they test his patience?
Yeah, they want to put pressure on him, and he's obviously coming in with a ton of confidence. Hasn't played a lot of football. Started the Big Ten championship game against Wisconsin, played well, played even better last week in the Sugar Bowl against Alabama. He and Ezekiel Elliott will be the key, a combination of the vertical passing game and also the tough inside running and outside running of Elliott.
Elliott is behind the 6'5", 250-pound sophomore from Cleveland. They give it to the sophomore from St. Louis in a short gain.
Interesting, Oregon's defensive strategy. They basically, coming into this game, they respect Elliott in his powerful running game. This offensive line has improved as much as any unit, arguably in the country. That first snap, they had a lot of white jerseys stacked at that line of scrimmage, begging Ohio State to throw.
Elliott's the guy who romped for 230 against Alabama, Sugar Bowl record. Jones, a second down throw. He can run it. And he scoots out of bounds across the 30, just short by about 4 yards of a first down.
Good decision, but a little bit of pressure there from Oregon. And if you're watching some of these individual players, watch DeForest Buckner, number 44. He's 6'7", 290. And Eric Armstead, number 9, 6'8", 290. Both the defensive ends, they can match up physically very well with Ohio State, and they have to have a great game.
First third down of the game. Elliott motioned out. Jones feels the pressure, escapes, lowers his head and powers for a first down. That's when the 250 pounds come to bear.
6'5", 250. Remember last week against Alabama, he made similar decisions. 4 different times on third down, he did this. He saw coverage downfield, and he had to pick up first downs. Quite a collision there with the middle linebacker, Hardrick, but he overpowers him and picks up the first down.
Not the last collision we'll see in the middle of the field tonight between Jones and a linebacker.
Oregon dropping 8 into coverage. It's very challenging for an inexperienced quarterback to make those reads. He'll have to run a lot tonight.
This is Elliott. Gets about 4. Buckner again on the stop.
You know, Oregon has respected what Ohio State has done against Wisconsin and Alabama with the vertical passing game, most notably to Devin Smith, number 9. They want to try to take that away with the style of defense that they play. They want to force Cardale Jones to have patience, make him throw underneath, and then they want to rally to the football, make this young man have to execute the entire field instead of giving up the big play.
It's Jalen Marshall who comes in motion near side, catches the pass from Jones, hit immediately, spun around by Tyson Coleman, and knocked down.
A heck of a play by Tyson Coleman. Jalen Marshall, one of the better players on the Ohio State roster. When he gets the ball out in space, he has such elusiveness, but Coleman had positioned himself very, very well. And I'm telling you, Oregon can run. This defense is very confident with the way they have played in the last 6 games of the season. Sets up another third down for Jones.
This time he needs 7. Ducks rush 4. Jones. Again, they're spying him, but he gets away from the spy momentarily. Reggie Daniels stops him short of the first down.
Chris, that's exactly right. That's something that Don Pelham told us that they would do. You'll see him off to the left. He drops out, and then he's going to come back in. He's in there just to spy, just for the third down scramble. You can see the coverage is outstanding. They used the safety, Daniels, who's 6'1", 205 pounds. He gets him out in space, brings the big fella down, and now Ohio State punts.
One of 30 Aussies who punt in college football, Cameron Johnston, the sophomore, boots it away. And Johnny Lloyd, who was a point guard of the Oregon basketball team, MVP of the Pac-12 tournament. He's played the Sweet 16 in a championship game. That's pretty good for Lloyd. So Mariota and the Ducks up 7, pinned back for their second possession.
Sometimes I like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit.
Chevy Colorado. When you find new roads, you win Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Here are the keys, man. It's all mine?
Parenthood isn't gonna change me. I'll still see the guys every weekend. And rock out in the basement. Please.
Hey, where are you?
I'm still king of this castle.
Lots of good features. You're gonna love the back seat pocket.
It's not like I'm gonna get a minivan.
Life can surprise you. So can an Allstate agent. Now they can save you $3,000 on a new car with the Allstate car buying service. The good hands are doing more than ever before.
This is the story about Billy Joe and Bobby Sue. Oh, oh, oh. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Take the money and run.
It's like you're getting away with something. New Crunchwrap Sliders. Crunchy Fritos, craveable flavors, just for $1.
You know you want a truck. Chevy Colorado. Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
The 2015 College Football Playoff National Championship is brought to you by AT&T, presenting sponsor of the College Football Playoff National Championship game, and in part by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Allstate, proud supporters of college football. Are you in good hands? And Taco Bell, bringing you the first ever student section at the College Football Playoff. Live Moss.
The Ducks preach and also practice the mantra, next man up. Here's why that's been important. Braylon Addison, their top returning receiver, ripped an ACL in spring. Tyler Johnstone, their best offensive lineman, never took a snap. Pharaoh Brown out in November. Ifo Ekpe-Olumu, their All-American lockdown corner, injured in practices for the Rose Bowl. Devin Allen, injured opening kickoff for the Rose Bowl. And, of course, serving the NCAA suspension for a failed drug test tonight, Darren Carrington, as well as a special teamer, Alele Ford. Mariota flips it over the middle on first down. It's Lowe again, breaking free. Keenan Lowe barrels out near the 40. The senior, known more as a blocker lately, making an impact.
And here comes tempo after a gain like that. Mariota already has him at the line of scrimmage. See how quickly, no substitutions. He can snap it as fast as he'd like.
And that was pretty fast. And here's Tyner again. They're testing the midsection of that Buckeye defensive line.
And Ohio State, Luke Fickell, you wonder what kind of adjustments he's going to make in this second series. Tommy Shutt has come in. That's one adjustment. They're trying to rotate some players, want to stay fresh. Rashad Frazier, 17, also into the game. Got to stay fresh for 4 quarters to try to have a chance to stop him.
Second down handoff for Tyner. Good blocking at the edge. And now he's hit at the 45. It'll be 3rd and 3. Eli Apple and Bell on the stop.
Keenan Lowe is a lot like Ohio State's wide receiver Evan Spencer. He is an unselfish player who blocks and is very physical. He had a great block on that play.
First time the Bucks have gotten the Ducks into a 3rd down play. Mariota near side, drops. He would have had first down yardage, but the freshman Nelson could not come up with that dart, and it's fourth down. Here comes the punt.
Yep. It's a stop for Ohio State, but it's a drop. A great read by Mariota. The flat defender went out wide. It opened it up. And look at the young freshman. Have his head looking up, maybe hearing footsteps, trying to make that move before he was able to secure the football.
Ian Wheeler, the freshman for Oregon, to punt. It's Jalen Marshall who let it go. Ducks try to down it. Good job throwing it back in the field of play by Dior Mathis, the corner on special teams. And the young quarterback pinned back inside the 5 for his second possession. You're watching the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T.
This vulnerable world needs something more powerful than any of us.
Everyone creates the thing they dread. Ultron in the flesh. No matter who wins or loses, trouble always comes around. You've meddled with something you don't understand.
We have no place in the world.
I'm gonna tear you apart from the inside.
Oh boy.
Chevy Colorado. When you find new roads, you win Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Dior Mathis, Kirk, is a corner, has been in the doghouse, but he makes a big special teams play. College rule, just the ball breaking the plane. That's a little different than the NFL.
It's not the player, it's the football, and that's a heck of a hustle play where Mathis got down there. Jalen Marshall tried to use that decoy where he chased him off. Mathis bit it for a second and then made a great adjustment to be able to down that football.
And a terrific punt by Wheeler. So this looks familiar for Ohio State fans. Lots of bad field position in that win over Alabama.
No doubt about it.
Jones, the safe play, the keeper. They're at him quickly, though. That was Buckner invading the backfield.
Yeah, this defense is built to stop the run in the interior. They have 3 down linemen. Those linemen do a good job of eating up blocks, and those linebackers are attacking downhill. You essentially have